Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first official podcast for Austin Raney Entertainment. We have Dice Raps here today. Where are you from?
I'm from Scioto County, Ohio. But I moved up here to Chillicothe when my parents divorced. But Scioto County is the biggest drug town around in Ohio, so it's just crazy down there.
When did you start music?
I started rapping in 2011, but I didn't start recording until late 2012. But when I first started recording, it was horrible because I really didn't know how to do the beats in with it and how to mix any of it. But here this past Christmas, I just pretty much got a new mixer, a new microphone, new headset.
What are some artists you like?
I like a lot of artists, going from Insane Clown Posse, because I'm a juggalo. I just listened to Twister literally like 10 minutes ago, but, I really like their music, but there's also like the 90s style rap I like Biggie Smalls and Tupac. I like that, and I don't know if you heard of NWA, but I really like them too.
Yeah, I like all those artists. I like the Beastie Boys. I like Eminem. Eminem, he's actually the first rapper I ever heard, and I wanted to be like these guys. Okay, anyway, next question. Can you give me some details on your new album?
My new album is Reflection. It's going to be out 9/11. I picked that date because it's just something anybody can remember. 9/11, everybody remembers that. But I'm doing a couple songs with my friend Wings. He goes by the name Wings. You can find him on Facebook, Quincy James Patterson. He's really good. And a couple song names is I got Reflection on there, of course, because it's going to be the song for the album. And then I got Biggie Tribute, just where I like Biggie Smalls, and I had just everything I put in there, what I think about him and his music. And another song is Love KP, and that's what I just made with Wings about a week or two ago. Alright.
Where's the place fans and people who want to support you will be able to buy it?
I already have a website set up for KDP Music, which is just me and my friend's small label, and I'm setting up a new one just for me personally. And I'll probably have it set up where you can buy it on both websites, and I'll have it in about 5 consignment stores here in Ohio. And you can get them off me personally.
So Dice, after the album, what are you gonna do next? Another album? What is it going to be called? You got any ideas? Please comment.
Alright, there's going to be quite a bit of stuff after the album comes out. I'm going to work on a short demo to hand out to some people, like a mixtape or whatever you want to call it, to hand out to some people. And then I don't really have a song title set up, not a song title, but album title set up for the next album. Still figuring that out, but hopefully this one sells good, but I'm just worried about people hearing my story, how many people's going to actually hear my story.
What are your goals for music? Are you going to just do this for your main job? Or are you trying to get famous and get a bigger job and just do this on the side? Where's your goals?
My main goal is actually to get my music out there, and I probably won't have no extra job. Depends how far this goes. And I ain't going to have it mainstream. It's going to be like ICP and stuff. We just do our own thing.
I think it would actually be a good idea to stay in mainstream because you actually make your own money. You don't have to pay back the producers. You don't have to pay back the label. I mean, you sell 100 copies, you get $500 back. Just put $100 back into promotion and just production and stuff like that. I think you could actually go far. Your music and your talent goes far, and you have a good way of doing things so far. Actually, what I meant to say is I think you'd be better out of mainstream. Who helped you the most in music? Who helped you learn how to rap and write your songs to make it balanced to the beats and everything?
Alright, I had a couple people help me, but I usually write the story off of what happened in my life. That's what I call my music, is a story. Every song's a different story. But the 2 people that helped me, my friend Wings, and he helped me with some stuff when he was here about a week ago recording the song Love KP. And then you, Austin, you helped me with some stuff just over Reverbnation and on Facebook. But, yeah, that's about it.
Okay, recently the Insane Clown Posse fans have been named a gang. They are juggalos, they paint their face, and they rap about all kinds of crazy things, silly things. They rap about whatever they feel rapping about, whatever whatever they think, however they feel, no matter how it makes them look or sound. And the government has labeled them a gang. Now, my thoughts on this is there are 5-year-old kids a gang. I mean, okay, so 5-year-old kids are going up and just killing people on the streets, I guess. They're selling drugs. They're not a gang. Dias, what are your thoughts on this?
I think it's pretty much dumb. I mean, you think of all this different stuff that wasn't labeled a gang. I went back a couple weeks ago, watched Tecumseh about Indians and stuff, and they painted their face and all like each other, and they killed people and they got tattoos like each other. I mean, are they a gang? Same thing we juggalos do. They do the same type of music too. I mean, it was like in a way, juggalos are like Indians. They rap the same thing. But that's just my opinion. I mean, it's stupid.
Do you have any situation where you was mistreated or talked down because somebody thought you was a gang? Or, I mean, at one point I actually got called satanic at school. I don't know how that rumor started, but actually at that time I just started listening to Insane Clown Posse music. Tell me about some of your situation.
I mean, I had different people just be like, ICP's a gang. I mean, are you gang related? And many people's just been like, you're part of a gang now because the FBI labeled you. I know a lot of Crips and a lot of Bloods that are both of them are juggalos. I mean, and how can gangs intertwine like that? Is what I'm wondering. Like, I tell everybody that.
One day I was sitting in class just drawing like some logos. This is before I ever got to go in the studio. I was trying to design a logo for like my my album cover before I got my softwares and stuff. I was gonna put it in my computer and just animate it like I used to, but like I was drawing some graffiti looking stuff in class, and one of the kids in class asked me if I'm a gang. And I'm like, why would you say that? He said, well, you're drawing graffiti and you got like a hatchet man sign on your arm. I'm like, oh no, they're not a gang. He said, yeah, they are. And we just had a little argument about it, and I had that on in class, and the teacher said go to the bathroom and wash it off. That's gang related. I think it's stupid. And one day I was in school over here at my school, and I got asked to take my hat off because it was supposedly gang related. I don't know, cause we was allowed to wear them like in the hallways in the cafeteria, but for some reason it's wrong to wear that. I don't know. Okay, another thing is Reverbnation. Me and Dice are on it, and it's an easy way to show all your fan base and count them up and put your videos and just all your songs on there. And I'm like, okay, I think internet would be a great way to promote my music. And one day I was just going through there and I found it. I actually met Dice on there too. Now, how'd you get entwined with Reverbnation?
Actually, Reverbnation it came up when I was it was about 3:00 in the morning. I was actually looking for managers around Ohio. Was just wanting to get my music bigger, and about last year, and I was wanting to get it bigger. And then this link popped up on Google. It was like Reverbnation, and that had in bold manager down in the info. I clicked on it. I was like, oh, cool. What's this? This guy wasn't even in the same state as me, but I clicked on some other stuff, listened to some random people's music I never even heard of, probably just all underground stuff. And, I liked it. I signed up, and people that don't have it, I'm telling you now, you can actually put your Twitter with it, and they'll count your followers as fans. Put your Facebook with it, and your Facebook page, and you can just add your different stuff to it, like YouTube, and you can import your YouTube videos to the website. It's pretty cool.
On Reverbnation for like half a year now. Actually more than half a year. When I first started Reverbnation, I was like really low, and I was in Russellville, Arkansas charts, and it took me forever to get up there. I got in the studio. I mean, before I got in the studio, I got to rank 1, and I thought that, oh my gosh, it's a big thing, it's a big thing. I had about 400 fans. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Then I started promoting more over the internet, just sending it to everybody, and kept building my fan base. And one day I'm like, am I ever going to get a professionally recorded album out? I kept praying about it and hoping about it, and wishing for it. And finally, one day on Reverbnation, actually, Fourth A Records inboxed me, and they're like, hey, you want to record? Just call us. So I got entwined with them. And Reverbnation is just great because that's my experience with them. That got me mixtape done, really low price and everything. Everything just works out great. And now I switch over to one of our state's capital, and I'm maintaining that number 1. But here, just the other day, a new rapper came through and just knocked me down to number 2. Dice, what rank are you?
Yeah, I didn't do too much of my own promoting at first. I'm just now starting to do it. I'm just now up to like 500 fans, something like that, 480 or something. And actually, Chillicothe, where I have it set at, there's not many rap artists, but I'm at rank 2 right now. I keep going back and forth between 1 and... Did I? Because it keeps going back and forth. Oh, that's cool. But it keeps going back and forth between 2 and 1. Just every time someone else gets another fan, it will pass me or something. It just goes switch ranks, and it just goes back and forth.
Yeah, you went up to number 1. You're doing pretty good right now. Another thing I would like to say is KISS, this band that started back, I think the early 80s, probably. They painted their face up, and I was listening to a little interview on Violent J talking to JuggalosFightback.com, and they said KISS is actually up for a gang assessment. What are your thoughts on that, Dice?
Like, my first reaction when I first heard it was like, holy shit, That's just blows my mind. I mean, that's way back when. I don't even know why they're starting this. I mean, what is up with the FBI? I mean, whatever. It's like, well, what I like is ICP song, Whole Psychopathic Records, Cypher 4. It talked all about ICP, hating on the FBI because they just want to talk trash and say we're gang. I mean, it's them starting this stuff. It's not us, it's them. It's my opinion. And I think KISS shouldn't be considered anything. They're just a band.
Another thing is, like, what if we went over there and, we're hated on. Juggalos are really hated on because they got a bad reputation. But say we called, I don't know, Elvis Presley fans a gang. What would they say? What would happen? What if we called Nicki Minaj fans a gang? I mean, what if the government called them that? There would be riots. There would be something big go on, but Juggalos are hated because the government gives them a bad reputation. Which there is Juggalo gangs. Violent J has actually said that before, but that don't mean every member is. I mean, 5-year-olds, they don't go out and sell drugs and kill people. I mean, I know Juggalos that go to church. I mean, they just like that kind of music. They like the concerts, because if you've ever gone to a concert or ever watched one on YouTube, they get that Faygo stuff that's like really sweet, and they just spray it all over the crowd. And they have no guards. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's complete freedom, how this country's supposed to be, freedom. And the government's just, I don't know, they're just labeling all these big-time underground bands and stuff. Another theory I have on why they got named a gang, this woman, Sharon Osbourne or whatever, she was actually saying she's going to try to ruin their career. And if you go on YouTube, you can find this. I'm not lying. They called her the B word. I'm not going to announce it on here. But the thing about it is, like, she said she's going to try to ruin their career. And ICP is like, you can't ruin it. We've never had help. I think she kind of had something to do with that. I'm not sure. Okay.
Alright, like you said, labeling different people's music as gang. I'm actually an Elvis Presley fan, so count me in just 2 gangs, FBI. No, it's like, I know Eminem's a Nicki Minaj fan, so, go send him a letter saying, this is the FBI. And then, ICP, they actually started out as the Inner City Posse, and, that itself it was just their music, because like, our music right now is inner city. That's just what it is. And I think it's just stupid. The whole gang FBI thing's stupid. And I think Sharon Osbourne is actually Ozzy Osbourne's wife. I'm not for sure. It is. Yeah, that's stupid. I mean, seriously, you know how many people listen to Ozzy Osbourne? Hey, if all of them went off and ate a bat's head, do you think they're considered a gang? But, that's just my little input on what you just said.
Yeah, actually, Sharon Osbourne is Ozzy Ozzy Osbourne's husband, and she was just saying she's going to try to ruin their career. But ICP, they've done everything themselves. They've come up a long way. I was watching one of their stories of how ICP grew. They was like a talk show like we're doing today with some artist and a guy named Adam something, but they said they started out as Inner City Posse. They got in Detroit and they started selling so many thousands of records out of just their trunk, just selling them to people in the community. And then this record label, local one, signed them on there and was just making money off their music. Then they wanted to go to a second state to get more money and get their fan base out there. So they went over to somewhere in Texas, I think it was Dallas, and they started promoting over there. And they said they bought 3 new vans, which was new to them. They said it wasn't really new, it was used. And the label did not help them go to Texas. So while they was over in Texas doing their tours and selling their records, the local record label was just still making money off of them. So then, ICP all the way has always been by themselves. They've helped other artists. There's actually a new artist, and I know Das will want to comment about this. There's a new artist in Psychopathic. His name is Big Hoodoo. And there's been so much hate on Big Hoodoo. They're like, why is this black guy in here? What is he doing? I really support his music. I think it's amazing. I don't see why anybody's hating, but still, I don't know. He seems more like a gangster rapper to me. He seems like he should be somewhere else, but I got nothing against this race, of course not. What Psychopathic Records, the reason they're signing all these smart artists, like Big Hoodoo's only got 4,000 fans, and he started out with 21,000 views. I got over 21,000 views. I got 2,000 or 3,000 fans. I should be signed by them, but they're helping out family because see, that guy is paying his bills and feeding his kids with that money. So Psychopathic, Juggalos are. Deal is we're family, so all they're doing is helping these guys out. Das, what is your thoughts on Big Hoodoo, or have you already heard of him or not?
I didn't hear about that Big Hoodoo or Hoodoo guy you're talking about, but there's Big Hutch. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's actually got some pretty good music, and he's a juggalo, and he's got a music video. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's got ICP's in it. I think Twisted's in it too. And then I seen Code 187 at the last concert I went to. It's just they're really ghetto guys, It's they're more I think some of those guys should go off and produce their own label, and then Psychopathic should kind of help them a little bit. But there's all these guys that are hardcore gangster rappers. But Tech Nine's, he's a juggalo though, and he's got some of the fastest rap music I've ever heard.
Yeah, I kind of like Tech Nine. They got a song called Worldwide Choppers, and one of my friends, Keelan, he can record that stuff really, really fast. The thing I believe, like you said, they're gangster rappers. You agree with me there. Code 187 actually renamed himself the Psychopathic Assassin here. Maybe I don't know when it was. Yeah, I don't know when it was, but thing about it, Big Hoodoo, this guy is really cool, but Insane Clown Posse started out trying to be clowns. Inner City Posse. But, they're goofy. If you heard all their albums, they're goofy, like the Netting Game. That is hilarious. That is so funny. And it's just hilarious, but it's perverted, and it's got their cuss words, but still they're trying to make it clowns. And then along comes a black guy. I'm not racist, I swear, otherwise I wouldn't be rapping. But Code 187, he's a gangster rapper. If he made his own label, he would do pretty good. He just got to get his softwares and his equipment, and then all you got to do is start signing. Tech Nine, I don't think they're on Psychopathic anymore, I'm not sure. But yeah, they're still juggalos, because juggalo, they believe in being free and saying what they want to. But if you go to Urban Dictionary, which has got all these street terms, it will say that juggalos are fat faggots who drink Faygo and dress up in clown makeup. There's so much hate. Okay, what some more comments do you have?
Alright, Tech Nine. Yeah, everybody I know likes Tech Nine, even if they don't listen to Psychopathic, but he actually got his own label, Strange Music. But Tech's pretty good. I like Have you ever heard of Tech Nine and Chris Calico's song "Freaks"? I just love that song because it just, it just shows who gives a crap if we're freaks, we're juggalos, and yeah, I may be fat, and I may paint my face, and I may drink a crap ton of Faygo. I mean, I'll go out of my way to get Faygo. We were at this for fireworks. There was one booth I was getting this hot dog, and then and it didn't have Faygo, but this other booth had Faygo. I went through that 30-minute long line to get a hot dog, then went over to a 15-minute long line just to get a Faygo.
No, I've actually not heard that song, but I will be sure to check it out. Who's the artist by that again?
Tech Nine and Chris Calico.
Tech Nine. Okay, I'm writing that down as we speak. Okay, everybody. So that was Dice, and we're going to put some down in the details section. We're going to put some links on how to contact him. This will be put on his YouTube channel. I'll also put a link for it, and we will be posting this on SoundCloud. Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to check out my links in the description, and make sure you just check out some more of Austin's music. It's tight. Later.
Peace out, everybody.